Hello. So my roommate is sleeping, and my phone charger's in that room. Not my phone charger, my camera charger. But I just watched a movie, so I thought I'd review it on my iPhone. Try something new. If I think this looks shitty, or if the sound quality's bad, or probably just because I want to get my old camera back and put it on the tripod, I'm probably gonna go back and do that. But every once in a while, it's good to try something new. Um, so I just watched Sully, Clint Eastwood Sully, starring Tom Hanks, Aaron Eckhart, and Laura Linney. Came out back in like September, I want to say, 2016. Missed it in theaters. I was too busy. I think I was working at the Hive. I was doing like a lot of hours doing deliveries and stuff. So I just missed it. The moment it was announced and like the trailers and stuff was one of my big like I wanted to watch it for the year. One of my big watches 2016, high on my list of anticipated movies. I really wish I'd seen it in theaters, but I'm also sort of glad I waited to see it at home because it's a very quiet movie. It's very simple, men at work kind of a job, just kind of doing their job. It's short. It's only like 95 minutes, and you'd expect a movie that's about, a true story. For the record, it's about the miracle on the Hudson. When Captain Sully landed the plane on the Hudson River, saving 155 lives, including his own. You'd expect a biopic from Clint Eastwood about an event in New York involving a plane. It could be a fairly big, long, arduous kind of project. Clint Eastwood also directed American Sniper, which I believe is almost 2 hours long, maybe over 2 hours. Granted, that tells a much longer story, but I didn't know it was going to be so short. So anyway, if you're curious about seeing it and are daunted by anything, it's a simple PG-13, nothing too graphic for you. The length it's 95 minutes, very fast, simple watch. It's riveting throughout. The structure is fantastic. This story is about the crash, the landing, and what happened afterwards, and whether or not Sully made the right choice in deciding to land on the river as opposed to turning around heading to LaGuardia or another airport in Jersey or something like that. Did he make the right choice, or was it a risky, stupid move, even though it worked out okay? Um, that question does strike me as a uniquely American problem. Like only in America would a plane land, 155 lives are saved, and the first thing that happens is there's an investigation into the pilot to see whether or not he did the right thing. Everybody's alive, so we got to make sure the insurance company has to verify that everything was fine. I guess the plane was lost, so of course they're gonna have to pay for that, so on and so forth. It just seems like a very American thing. Um, so the movie opens up the day after it happens, and it ends like 3 days later. It's a very small story, maybe a week later, I guess. Pretty short time frame. And we occasionally get flashbacks to Sully as a kid. Sully as part of his military career, always behind a plane. He'd been flying for 40 years. His whole life was part of. He was flying. It was his whole life. We see snippets of his home life, but never really him there with his home life. He's on the phone. He's trapped in New York because he needs to to go and have these hearings happen into the crash, whether or not he did the right thing, and B, he's become a pretty big celebrity, so he's doing CNN interviews and David Letterman and all that stuff. But he does call home fairly regularly to talk to his wife, played by Laura Linney. So we see snippets of what his world is. But yeah, this movie rests squarely on that man, that character, and that performance. Tom Hanks is absolutely fantastic. No surprise there. It's a different performance than I've seen from him in a while. I really like it. Obviously, I'm a big Tom Hanks fan. He's not playing the everyman so much. I mean, he is an everyman type character. That's what Hanks does the best. He's the guy everybody can relate to. But he's just the consummate professional, no ego, not even really all that much charm to the character. Like, I mean, he's not boring. He's not unlikable. But he doesn't really, he doesn't instantly ingratiate the audience through, a smile or a turn of phrase. He's very much just like, this is what I do. It's my job. Very quiet performance. It's a lot of subtlety in like the eyebrows and kind of just a lot of stuff going on in his face. Hank should absolutely be nominated for Best Actor. From what I've seen so far this year, or last year, happy 2017. From what I've seen so far, maybe the best male performance I've seen this year in a lead role. The performances in Moonlight, some of them are probably they're probably who I'd give the Oscar to if you could give an Oscar for Best Actor to somebody who's in a movie for like 8 minutes max. Um, Ryan Gosling was good in La La Land. I don't know. Um, it's been a weird year. Anyway, I'll get into that whole thing when we get to the Oscars. My picks. As far as the rest of the movie goes, the rest of the cast, Aaron Eckhart plays the first officer, the other guy in the cockpit. He is fantastic as always. Aaron Eckhart gives a really good performance. Um, Again, he should be nominated probably. It's the kind of character it's kind of a thankless part, and it's kind of a thankless role, I guess, in reality too. Sully is the hero that we all know. He did the miracle on the Hudson, but the guy sitting next to him made that happen. He couldn't have done it without that guy. It is a partnership that goes on, and the movie's kind of the same way. It's very much about Sully, but his co-pilot, I can't remember his fucking name, and I just watched it. His first officer is equally as important to the story, and he went through something traumatic, and he had kids, and he did the right thing, and he's under fire. His career is in jeopardy as well. We don't really get to see any of that. It's really more he's just kind of there, not to support Sully, but just there living his own life. We only see snippets of it. And Eckhart is really good throughout, both as in the aftermath, like in the interviews, being the guy who's like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you weren't in the cockpit. I was in the cockpit. Like, I was the one that's there." And also in the actual crash scene, when birds hit the engines, he's really good in those tense moments, dealing with what's going to happen. You see, you see the look in his eyes. He's the one where you can see, like, oh my god, we might die. Like, this is going to be bad. Eastwood directs it impeccably, of course. The guy who wrote the script, it's great. One of the best screenplays of the year. So absolutely go out and see it. This is obviously going to be a shorter review. For one thing, I can actually see on the iPhone there is a timer. I can tell I've been talking for 7 minutes as of right now. That's kind of cool. But I think I've really covered everything I need to say, except I wanted to mention Laura Linney, as always, is great. I miss Laura Linney. She needs more. I want Laura Linney to do more. I know she was on the HBO show for a while. Can't remember which one. Complicated, Cancer, something like that. Laura Linney is fantastic as always. Very, very thankless role. I think they probably filmed her bit in like 2 days because you only ever see her in like the living room of the house. But she is really good throughout. She obviously has to carry the emotional weight of like, oh my god, you almost died. So yeah, good stuff. Hard to compare it. I mean, it's different for Eastwood. Everything Eastwood does is pretty much different from everything else he does. It's not anything like United 93 or World Trade Center or I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but the movie with Mark Wahlberg, and it's about the bombing in New York, or in Boston during the marathon. Granted, all those things were disasters with like actual casualties and consequences, horrible tragedies. This is not that, but it is the same kind of like something horrible happened with lots of CGI and the plane crashing. It's not like Flight either, although people love to make that joke. Oh yeah, Sully. This is the one about like he does cocaine and flips the plane upside down. No, it's way better than Flight. There are moments where the CGI, I guess, you can like clearly that's not a real plane, but for the most part, the attention to detail is really, really good. I'm not going to spoil too much about what goes on. It's just you should watch it. It's really fast, good watch. I will mention that there was some controversy because the movie opened. I won't spoil how it opens exactly, but there are some images in the movie that people say are a bad taste that harken back to 9/11 type imagery. It didn't bother me. I don't think the movie necessarily needed it. But at the same time, it is a window into the character's mind. So, I don't know. It didn't trigger anything weird for me. If you're looking for a good, positive story, if you're looking for a way to feel good, if you're a New Yorker, I'm sure you already have seen it and love it and all that good stuff. You should watch it. It's a good, solid flick. I don't know if it's going to be remembered come Oscar time. Right now, it looks like the Oscars is going to be all about, Moonlight and La La Land, both great movies. But yeah, I hope that Sully is remembered. The movie, I mean, the guy's gonna be remembered forever. Really good flick all the way throughout, and yeah, I guess that's just about it. I'm gonna be doing this for a bunch of stuff I missed in 2016. Tonight I have 2 more movies. I went to Redbox. 2017, trying to walk. #resolutions. So I walked to a Redbox with the dog and got 3 movies that I missed from 2016. Sully, which I just reviewed. Go see it. Thumbs up. I'm just about to watch the BFG, the Spielberg flick, which I also missed. and then a movie that I didn't even know happened this year called 31, a Rob Zombie movie. So since my camera is going to be dead all night, and I want to review the movies right after I finish watching them, the next couple videos are going to be in this style of me talking into the camera. And I'll make a playlist devoted to just like shit I missed from 2016. But yeah, this is my first video of 2016. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys who stuck around, or 2017. Thank you guys for watching, everybody from 2016 and before that. I'm going to try and be more active this year on YouTubes and Twitter and wherever else. And I'm going to try and review essentially everything I watch, I think. Anything that's new. Like, if I'm just rewatching It's Always Sunny or something like that, I'm not going to bother. For example, It's Always Sunny just dropped, the new season just dropped on Netflix, and I'm not going to review that because it's already a year old. But if I restart a television show, or if I'm watching a TV show for the first time, or any movie really, I think I'm going to try and review everything I watch, or anything else that comes to mind. A book, play, a musical maybe about a founding father who never got his due, possibly. Might be reviewing that soon. So anyway, this is the first one of those, and it's shit that I missed from 2016, which I missed a bunch from 2016, so keep a lookout. Included in these will also be movies that didn't get released here yet, shit like Silence, the Scorsese flick, Hacksaw Ridge, the movie that with Andrew Garfield, with, what's his fucking name? You know, the crazy dude who hates Jews. What's his name? Fucking Riggs. Mel Gibson. His movie, his World War II movie. I'm going to watch that. Anyway, I'm just rambling now because I'm enjoying talking to the camera as always. Bit of egotism, as you can tell, doing a job like this. So, anyway, those are my thoughts on Sully. Great watch, great performances. Really glad I watched it. Bummed I missed it in theaters, but totally holds up at home. Should it ever come to Netflix, absolutely take the time to watch it. And yeah, that'll be it. Thank you again for joining me in my first video of 2017, and thank you for everybody who watched in 2016. And I'll see you next time with the BFG. Bye.